You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
Oh, hey. All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are live. It is July 2nd, 2022. How the hell are you? Good. It is the 4th of July weekend, my friends. It is. And let's listen. So there was sound. There is sound. Let's see if it's on the computer. I got a message there was no sound. Here we go. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, there's definitely sound and it's live. We're live right here on GUFON. Yes, we are live. Saturday in the UK. That's why we're here a couple hours earlier than the Sunday through Friday routine. And we do that because, staying up till 2 a.m. and those who want, it's easier for midnight. It's all right. Easier to go to bed at midnight than 2 a.m. if you're here. That's okay. So we have a good show. Yeah. It is going to be interesting because China's making a really strong run at being the technical wizard. See, the U.S. tells us that we're more advanced technologically. I don't buy it. I don't. Maybe militarily. Maybe. But I think China, with their drone technology being so far advanced than ours, militarily and commercially, I find it interesting that the U.S. says that kind of stuff. The internet, the computers, all that stuff would have been invented anyway. And then we'll talk about if China has that technology to find Earth 2.0. We've heard that 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I've been hearing it my whole life. Carl Sagan used to talk about it. If we could go billions and billions of miles out into the vast emptiness of space. He always used those cool words to describe shit. In the vast emptiness of what seemingly may be time stopping on a dime. It is too far to fathom through all the billions and billions of stars out there that we are the only one. I know it doesn't sound like him. It's just impossible. But he used to say it. Who was the guy with the ears? Leonard Nimoy used to say it when he would do his In Search Of show. Yeah. Where boldly go where no pointy ears have gone before. But we're going to talk about that, whether China can do it. Can China find this planet? Do they have better telescopes? I don't think so. I mean, how hard is it? You just get a mirror, you bend it a little bit, get another mirror, throw in some lens things, and you're good to go. Ask Avi Loeb. He just needs $100 million. That's it, just to build all of those telescopes for the Galileo project. They're going to get that one built, right? They're on their way. Can we beat China? Oh, that's right. The Galileo project isn't looking for planets. Duh. They're looking for I'm going to look for Oumuamua type objects. They're all over the place, Jack. It's rocks. They're everywhere. Good one. I like the way we fell right into that one. Because Avi Loeb, why would a Harvard professor scientist guy say such things if it weren't true? He's the only one. Oumuamua is a bunch of bullshit. Everybody knows it. The data's flawed. People are flawed. Everybody's lying. Who's this guy? Brett S. $20 super chat says, thanks. Richie, been waiting for this. Well, you're the one who recommended it. Strange grouping of ships parked. Add some CGI, ancient flying, UFO and laser show, and boom! Orson Welles video show. No one can confirm. You're amazing that you just did that. Did you hack my computer? Because I am showing the Orson Welles video in just a moment. That's crazy. That's the best $20 of the year. Thank you, Brett. Brett S., everybody, a continuing supporter of GUFON. Don't forget, you can help support the show. That's how we go 7 days a week. It's because of you and your generosity and believing in something that nobody else is trying to teach you, show you, or even guide you. Hell, I'm learning as I go along. We're all learning together. Nobody knows everything. I sure as hell don't. And help support that. All the links are in the description and on the homepage of GUFON. Capiche? Are we good? No? Oh, for a super chat. Well, thank you, Brett S., for the $20. Been waiting for this super chat. Good. Yeah. All over Mars. Jim Mars. We're going to be talking about him and his thought process on aliens, invasions, and all that stuff, man. Oh, it's going to be a good one. I hope you're locked in at the UK. How is everybody down there, huh? Because here from Ireland, us Italians, I can't even do an Italian accent, and I'm Italian. Isn't that weird? I think that's weird. No, I don't. I never liked the Italian accent. It sounds sleazy. Doesn't the Italian accent sound sleazy? If you'd like to go to the room, I can take you. I see, I can't do it. How do you do an Italian accent? I just never cared to understand the Italian accent. Italian New Yorker, now that's a different story. I go right in. That's my wheelhouse right there. I'm going to try to do this the right way tonight. This is going to be tough because I'm dealing with an injury in my mouth. It's not. Did you know today is World UFO Day? Isn't it? Is that today? It is today. Today is National UFO Day. Wow. Oh, wow. I did not know that. Okay. Well, we'll not talk about that because who cares? China reveals massive project to find Earth 2.0. I did want to talk about this because a lot of people don't believe, and I'm not 100% sure, but that China is more advanced technologically speaking than we are. Are they? I think they are in some aspects, but not all, obviously. You know? I think in some of those things they are. They landed their little lander on the moon. The only other, right? Did Russia ever land anything on the moon? I think they threw shit at the moon, right? Nonetheless, recently, as of last year, landed on the moon, or 2 years ago, whenever they did, on the dark side. And what'd they find? Right. Remember that? That picture of that little cropping, that uprooting of rock. And everybody's like, is that a hut? Is there a Starbucks on Mars? I mean, on the moon? Mars, yeah, already. They got him there. They saw him. Yeah, on the moon? Could that be real? We'll find out in 4 days. And I'm like, it's got to be rocks, right? I mean, unless it's an old lander or something that flopped around in the atmosphere of Mars, or Jim Mars, the planet Mars, 30 Seconds to Mars, Mars bar. All right, I got it out. Now I won't make that mistake anymore about moon, the moon. But they're moving up, and China has announced that they have a 115-page paper revealing in severe detail China's plan to find Earth 2.0. And to answer the question, are we alone in the universe? That's kind of cool that China's trying to do that, but are they? I wouldn't trust them with a 10-foot Voyager, huh? China intends, let me pull this up for you. You read along with me because I know you hate when I read. I just got to read for the people who can't read. You feel me? All right, I'll go there. There I'll go. Nope, I'll go here. Here's where I'll go. Boop. So, hey, why isn't it filling the whole screen? You see? I don't like this. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of what's going on. No, I'm fixing this right now. This is bull. I don't pay to get shortened on screens. Maybe I clicked on, hold on, layouts. Crop solo layout. No, nope, we're not doing that. So virtual background, no. Camera. Let's see if there's anything added on here. Mirror my camera. Oh, let's switch it up today. Oh, wait, this is the right side. This is the way it should be. Oh, cool. Check it out. This is the way it should be, but the clock's backwards. Oh, I don't like this at all, StreamYard. Yeah, I don't like this at all. See, this wall, that's the side it's on. It's not, I do not like that they do that. Sorry. Yeah, that's wrong. See, when I look at this side over here is actually behind me over here. So if this was mirrored, it's wrong. But you know what I mean. It's just not right. Yeah, it's going to be darker carpet, all that shit. I got to do something this weekend. Anyway, as I was trying to read this article to you guys, noticing that we're not getting full, we're not filling it in. That's what she said. Shut up. China intends to find the first Earth 2.0, meaning a planet similar to Earth orbiting a sun-like star, with Next Generation Space Observatory currently slated for launch by the end of 2026. That's interesting. Come on. Spearheaded by the Chinese Academy of Sciences, the so-called Earth 2.0 mission would be the first telescope designed to measure the occurrence rate of these Earth-like worlds in our galaxy, the Milky Way, as well as the range of orbits they occupy around their host stars. While the existence of the plan was previously reported by Nature and other publications, the mission team has now published a 115-page white paper outlining the project in detail. Yeah, on the preprint server, who cares? The ET mission will search for elusive Earth twins orbiting solar-type stars and will detect thousands? They're going to detect thousands of terrestrial exoplanets. Oh my God, my shoes fell off. They're going to go over a wide range of orbital periods and in interstellar space, according to the paper. Yeah, the central focus, the focus on Earth 2.0 is part of a larger international effort to find worlds that might be potentially habitable. Once identified, these worlds could be scanned for signs of life called biosignatures by other telescopes, which could yield insights into one of the most persistent questions in human history. Are we alone in the universe? Well, by golly, I love me Skinwalker Ranch. Habitable Earth-like planets around solar-type stars, i.e. Earth 2.0s, are likely the most favorable places to search for ET life due to their potentially having physical, chemical, and potentially biological environments similar to Earth. We know this. Why do they have to repeat it every time? You know what we're going to do? We're going to look for Earth 2.0. Oh, what is Earth 2.0? Molten lava, dark skies, red moon. Duh. I mean, they got to keep telling us. They just told us. Now talk to somebody else and they're repeating the same jargon. We're going to look for a planet that's similar to Earth, rotating around a habitable zone. You know, Goldilocks, not too hot, not too cold. You understand? Yeah, thanks, Joe Pesci. Hey, forget about it. I'll be here all night. Beyond Earth-like worlds, the project will shed light on a host of questions about many other kinds of exoplanets, which are worlds outside of our solar system, including free-floating planets, also known as unbound or rogue planets. Yeah, they don't have a solar system. They somehow got kicked out, so they become rogue. It's a planet on the loose. What if planets? Oh my God, can you imagine this? Imagine this. Oh my God, I just thought of this. This would be the weirdest. Nobody's ever thought of this? What if all of the planets are vehicles for giant aliens? And we're just parked here. Like, you know, we're just parked in a solar system that keeps us from, you know, nobody can steal us. I'm sure they locked us in, you know, the atmosphere, all that stuff. You know, you got these rogue planets. It reminds me of Han Solo taking the Millennium Falcon. Like if the Earth was the Millennium Falcon, sorry. I don't like Falcon either. I accidentally said it. The Millennium Falcon, stupid name. Like, why would they name it that if it wasn't from Earth? Oh, they have Falcons in other galaxies too? Yeah. Anyway, the Millennium ship is the Earth. Is somebody going to steal the Earth, take it for a ride with 8 billion people on it? Can you imagine that? Yeah. And the sun is the hub. So you just bring it in and it gets locked into the orbit. And yeah, Yeah, what if that is it? What if that's true? What if there are beings that are Earth-sized beings? It is possible. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but remember when I was looking 3 years ago, I was looking for the largest object in that we have ever discovered. And they discovered one. Listen to how big this thing is. If you were to get into a plane and go 500 miles an hour, it would take 4,000 years to go around one revolution. Will Kleiner, I can't believe this. A new person, nice to meet you, with the super dono. That's a £5, right? £5. And there's no message, no comment, no sticker. It's beautiful, beautiful love. And because you're first time supporting the show, I think I'm going to die. You get this? Thank you, Will Kleiner, for the £5, £5, $5 super dono. Hey, all over Earth 2.0. Yeah, that was a good one. Thank you very much, Mr. Kleiner. In a mucho gusto generoso super chat, that was. Well, super dono. Grazie. Grazie. I won't forget. Amazing how big a planet could be or an object. Well, the object will shed light on a lot of questions, like I was saying, about many other exoplanets, blop, blop, blop. The ET mission will explore the diversity of Earth-sized planet populations with different orbital periods, including close-in sub-Earths, terrestrial-like planets and habitable zones, cold planets and free-floating planets, and will accurately determine the occurrence rates of these small/low-mass planets. GE or G, the guy's name is GE. You see this here? Right there, GE. G and his colleagues said they added that the mission intends to answer questions such as how common are habitable Earth-like planets orbiting around solar-type stars? And 2, how do Earth-like planets form and evolve? But 3, what is the mass function and likely origin of free-floating low-mass planets? I got 4 words for you. Who gives a shh? Show me. When you get there, let me know. Why is it that I feel like we've already talked about this and it's already been discussed in magazines and on TV years ago? I didn't read this whole article. I just started to read it to see where it was going to go, and I scammed through it. Didn't give it the details. Didn't think they would keep repeating the same things over and over. They're just telling it in different ways. Yeah, if we can find different things in a habitable zone, we'll find exoplanets, rogue planets, planets that aren't attached to solar systems or a habitable region. How does that sound? Pretty good? Well, here's Dr. Gee. He's going to tell us something different. Oh, that was great, Dr. Gee. What did you have to say? Oh, okay, so we're going to look for objects that are like Earth, but they're in a place like the Goldilocks zone. Oh, where it's not too hot, not too cold. Got it. And their moons, hot and cold too. Got it. Yeah, yeah. Wow, that was great. Yeah, let's talk to Professor Lynn. Lynn, what do you think we're going to find in this search for Earth 2.0? That is a great. Wow, nobody could have said it any better. So you're saying that you're looking for, and you hope they find, people living in these areas where it's not too cold, not too hot, is what you're saying? And moons, right. Moons too, right. How come we're not looking for anything outside of the habitable zone? Oh, so you're looking for people. Got it. Got it. Anybody got a gun? It's a little more than that, but I feel like I'm just reading the same thing over and over again. While ET's design parameters are new, the mission also builds on the success of its exoplanet hunting predecessors, especially NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, which discovered thousands of exoplanets before it retired in 2018. Yeah, remember? That's what I thought. Okay. 6 of ET's 7 onboard telescopes will be trained on the same region of space that Kepler focused on, which spans the Cygnus-Lyra constellations. Because this original Kepler field is well studied, ET will be able to more quickly get its bearings in its search for Earth 2.0s using the transit method, which involves looking for small dip in a star's brightness when a planet crosses in front of it. You know, the Doppler effect type of shit. The 7th telescope will face the center of the Milky Way and will hunt for signatures of free-floating planets called microlensing events. These signals pop up when the gravitational fields of these dark worlds warp light from sources behind them, providing a rare glimpse of rogue planets that are normally hidden from view. Together, the transit and the microlensing telescopes will revolutionize our understanding of terrestrial planets across a large swath of orbital distances and free space. The researchers concluded. I can't do this anymore. You get the gist of it. They're looking for shit. That's it. I just thought it was neat. China's trying to make history. That's all there is on the article. Thank God. I know. I had to suffer with you. And for that, I apologize somewhat. I mean, you know, it is what it is. What's this? Jennifer Siami. That is a £2, £2. These experts have an experienced dot. Delivery of time. Yeah. They need to know what delivery of time. No, that's not it. Dot. I think I'm not on the same page. I know what .com is. I know .matrix. DOT. See, but is that a misspell? Maybe let me know. I'm not sure I understand. Well, if anybody knows that these experts haven't experienced dots, I'm assuming UFOs, and that would be funny if that's what you meant. So I'm going to take it as that. Jennifer supporting the show anyway. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love, continuing support. I appreciate that. And hold on, I think yesterday, and I'm not sure I announced it. Let me see if anything came in during the night. Because I thought, Rebecca, that's it. Thank you. Yesterday, $10. All right. I think I talked about that right before the show ended. Rebecca Wiles with the $10 PayPal. Thank you. And of course, everybody else. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Anyway, that's it. So let's move on to, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about here. Jim Mars. Man, I got to pull up and just show you because this is an article. It's got a lot of cool videos in it. We're going to watch them. We're going to talk about them. We're probably going to go longer than the 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. Oh, no, we got plenty of time. I didn't spend 45 minutes on one subject like I usually do. I just gave it 25. But let me pull this up for you. And I'll get me down there. All right. So does anybody know Jim Mars? Are you guys familiar with Jim Mars? No? Hold on. Let me pull it up. I have something. Here it is. Yeah, I got it down there. Jim Mars passed away in 2017, but I'm just going to read what's here. He was an American newspaper journalist and New York Times bestselling author of books and articles on a wide range of alleged cover-ups and conspiracies. Mars was a prominent figure in the JFK assassination conspiracy theories community, and his 1989 book Crossfire, that's right, was a source for Oliver Stone's 91 film JFK. He wrote books asserting the existence of government conspiracies regarding aliens, 9/11, telepathy, secret societies, and so on. He began his career as a news reporter in the Dallas-Fort Worth Arlington Metroplex and taught a class on the assassination of JFK at University of Texas at Arlington for 30 years. He was a member of the Scholars for 9/11 Truth as well. That's right. I forgot about the 9/11 stuff. Wow. UFOs and other topics. From 92 to 95, Jim Mars researched and completed a nonfiction book on a top secret government program called the Stargate Project, involving the psychic phenomenon known as remote viewing, only to have the program canceled as the book was going to press in the summer of 95. Wouldn't you figure? In 97, Mars's investigation of UFOs, Alien Agenda, was published by HarperCollins Publishers. That's right. Good book. The paperback edition was released in mid-1998. It has been translated into several foreign languages and has become the top-selling UFO book in the world. Publishers Weekly said, Mars shows little discrimination, overemphasizing dubious phenomena like remote viewing and crop circles, and giving nearly equal weight to ludicrous pretenders like Billy Meyer, who claimed close encounter with Palladians, and sophisticated commentators like Jacques Vallée. Mars even devotes a chapter to theories that the moon may be a UFO, and he refuses to rule out obvious frauds like the alien autopsy tapes. But if rigorous analysis escapes Mars, little else does. This is the most entertaining and complete overview of flying saucers and their crew in years. What is that? Hold on. Oh, that's an Alien Agenda. In early 2000, HarperCollins published Rule by Secrecy, which claimed to trace a hidden story connecting modern secret societies to ancient and medieval times. The book also reached the New York Times bestseller list, and in 2003, his book, The War on Freedom, probed the alleged conspiracies of the 9/11 attacks and the aftermath. It was released in 2006 under the title The Terror Conspiracy. All right. He was a speaker, a number of conferences, UFO conferences like the International UFO Congress and the annual Gulf Breeze UFO Conference. But he also spoke at local conferences such as Conspiracy Con and the Bay Area UFO Expo. You know, I wish he was still around to see what has been going on these last couple of years. He died of a heart attack at 73, just under the average male age of 75. That sucks. He had some kidney dialysis at home and problems with his remaining good eye. He didn't sound good at the end, but does it ever? All right, so now I'm going to jump over to the article. Oh, shoot. I didn't see this, Jennifer and Coral. Thank you. It means nothing. Oh, what you said about the dot? Jennifer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, though, for the another $2 just to say that. I like the way you talk to me. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. I got the next one here, Coral. I just saw it pop up. Donna G. Hey, Donna, how have you been? Good to see you. $20. It's a super dono, the typical Donna G support. It's just love. All love. You know, sort of, right? Thanks, Donna. You are, it's good to see you, number one. Number two, always supporting the show. I was going to say always a conspiracy something. I don't know why I was going to say that. But thank you very much again. Oh, look how small. That's what she said. What? Nothing. Thank you again. I appreciate it. And Mucho, let's give this to you. No, not that one. No. No, no, no. Oh. Thanks, Donna G. Mucho gusto, generoso. I'm terrible. All right, here we go. So here it is. This is from galaxypress.com. Is Earth prepared for an alien invasion? God, I feel like I just told you, you know, I already did it, reading all of his accolades and things. Some believe the battle for Earth has already begun. Yeah, why? Why? You know what? No. We're going to go back. Let's do this. We're going to do it the right way. This is the way I meant it to go.
System and affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on
Just imagine if this was
War
real.
of the World by H.G. Wells. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of the Mercury Theater and star of these broadcasts, Orson Welles.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man.
Calling all able-bodied citizens. Report at Sheriff's Office for an emergency.
I simply don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, you must realize that when I left the broadcast last night, I went into dress rehearsal for a play that's opening in 2 days, and I've had almost no sleep, and I know less about this than you do. I haven't read the papers. I would have been surprised if and hurt, as anybody would, if they'd been told that a presentation was less effective than life. Of course, we are deeply shocked and deeply regretful about the results of last night's broadcast. It came rather as a great surprise to us that...
All right. Just to, I forgot. I had another video and I changed it to this one because it was a lot shorter than the 9-minute one. Orson Welles, as you know, did a broadcast of an alien. It was a radio show, and he did the broadcast, and with a few people helping him at the radio station with sound effects and things like that, they literally scared people to death that aliens were invading Earth. Actually, people were shooting at the sky. I think a few people died. Somebody jumped out of a window, I think, thinking the end is here. And it caused a widespread panic. And this is before Roswell. When was this? 1937, 38? So this is the aftermath. And then I thought this was interesting. Everybody knows, everybody's heard it. I didn't think we needed to play the whole thing. I thought it was going to give us a few minutes, but it really didn't. But anyway, I thought this was interesting to see how society reacted to what may have been a possible alien invasion. And we lost our freaking minds back then. Think about it. Nobody had TV, right? There was no TV in the 30s. How would they know? They wouldn't know if it's real. They don't know what's going on in New York. If they're on the other side of the country, they think Boston and other parts of the world are being invaded by aliens that came up out of the ground or wherever. I don't know how they could duplicate something like that now. Oh, right. They're the false flag alien invasion that we've been talking about for, well, at least 50 years. But I like the reality of this, because these are real people in real times, and it wasn't. Was it? Was this planned? No. This is just a guy doing a story. He even announced it, or some sort of announcement was made that the events of this that are not real. But a lot of people tuned in after it started, like right after. You know how like here we do roll call and talk and shit. A lot of people don't tune in till like 20 after here, because they know that's when it officially gets started. So that's what happened.
A story, the fine H.G. Wells' classic fantasy, the original for so many succeeding comic strips and adventure stories and novels, about a mythical invasion by monsters from the planet Mars, should have had so profound an effect upon radio listeners. Sorry.
A very frightened Orson Welles at the age of 23 in 1938.
We are deeply shocked and deeply regretful about the results of last night's broadcast.
We now return you to Carl Phillips at Grover's Mill.
Ladies and gentlemen, here I am. Wait a minute, something's happening. There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror, and it leaps right at the advancing men. Lord, they're turning into flames.
Orson Welles had just directed the famous War of the Worlds radio broadcast, the dramatic show that frightened millions of Americans into believing the country actually was being invaded by monsters from Mars. It was Halloween night, and Welles was stunned by the public's reaction.
Came rather as a great surprise to us that a story about a mythical invasion by monsters from the planet Mars should have had so profound an effect upon radio listeners. The effects of this may have
long lasting.
May cause much legislation. I simply don't know. The wisdom of radio executives and of an organized public will decide these things for us. It's not up to me to speak. I'm the accused.
He was accused of causing deaths and suicides, though none occurred. There were threats of prosecution, and a new code for radio was proposed. But the publicity made Orson Welles a star overnight.
Pretty cool. Okay, so nobody died. At least that's what they're telling us. I mean, I don't think the news was corrupt back then, but I think they had stories written somewhere, right? No, it wasn't like it is today. That's for damn sure. So funny to watch. Look at this, man. Look at this guy over here with a pipe in his mouth. Everybody's got, well, not everybody, but hats on. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting time. I always thought that was an interesting little experiment. I don't know if it was an experiment. I don't think it was. I would think that if they were to do an experiment and see how the public would have reacted, it would have been done after Roswell. This was before Roswell. This was before 1947. 10 years before, I think. Somewhere around there. 1938, I was right. 9 years. Yeah, pretty amazing. But many of those who tuned into the program late, that's what happened, missed the very clear introduction that it was all a Halloween prank, and panicked, with some fleeing their homes and many calls made to local authorities, especially in Jersey. Yeah, the reports of nationwide panic over the broadcast were greatly exaggerated. There were complaints to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, which prohibited programs mimicking real news programs. The popularity of the War of the Worlds resulted in 7 motion pictures, as well as various radio Pretty amazing. Where is now? I was looking for the Jim Mars thing, because it says here in the beginning. Look. Oh wait, hold on. I'll get to this in a second. Bam. Hold on. Well, I already did it. Bam, thank you. Bam 1200. I believe that is Russian. That's like $20, right? Because of the color, it's orange like my shirt. Dude, that's a significant first-time supporter. Thank you for this. Man alive. I had to say something. I'm assuming that's the right number on that 20. That's friggin' awesome. And thank you for coming over to listen and hang out for a minute. Let me give you one of these. Oh, that's not the right one. Is this it? Thank you, Bam 1200, for the, I'm assuming, $20 super chat. All over the rest of the world. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You are now, and from here on, a continuing supporter of GUFON. I need help. I see this, right? Jim Mars discusses, is Earth prepared for an alien invasion? The following article by Jim Mars, written for Galaxy Press, addresses the issues of UFOs, aliens, and alien invasion initially from the perspective of fiction literature and then from documented incidences. So that's what all of this is. This is Jim Mars and him writing this huge article. The genesis of the alien invasion. But it was a prolific British author who 6 years later really got the alien invasion ball rolling in literature. Well, H.G. Wells, better known, well, it's Herbert George Wells. H.G. Wells, in 1898, published The War of the Worlds, a groundbreaking novel of a seemingly unstoppable invasion by Martians and their death-dealing tripod machines armed with death rays. A huge success in its time, and it has been overshadowed by the infamous Orson Welles radio. Originally aired on Sunday night, October 30th by the Mercury Theater of Air. So Wells crafted the story into a succession of newscasts that broke into a musical program with increasingly frantic announcements of aliens landing in New Jersey and attacking. Many of those who tuned in late got crazy and Today, the topic of alien invasion is taken more seriously. A controversial book purporting to be a genuine report from the early 60s by a special study group connected to the federal government entitled Report from Iron Mountain on the Possibility and Desirability of Peace looked into alternatives for war, described as the principal organizing force in any society. This report concluded, credibility, in fact, lies at the heart of the problem of developing a political substitute for war. This is where the space race proposals, in many ways so well suited as economic substitutes for war, fall short. The most ambitious and unrealistic space project cannot of itself generate a believable external menace. What the hell is going on here? It has been hotly argued that such a menace would offer the last best hope for peace, etc., by uniting mankind against the danger of destruction by creatures from other planets or from outer space. Experiments have been proposed to test the credibility of an outer world invasion threat. It is possible that a few of the more difficult to explain flying saucer incidents of recent years were in fact early experiments of this kind. On September 21st, 1987, President Ronald Reagan echoed this view when he told the United Nations General Assembly, "In our obsession with the antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world."
I couldn't help at one point in my discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev when you stop to think that we're all God's children, wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
Right? Right? Imagine right now. Let's go back a year. Let's go back to the lockdowns. I had the rest of my 5-hour energy drink, and it's tart. It's creating all this saliva. It is so tardy. You know, when I don't drink these things a lot, so I'm not used to it, and I got a different flavor. It's a grape one, boy. I thought I got, this is the regular berry. No wonder. I know the grapes in the grape thing. I thought it said grape. If we go back to the lockdowns and the riots, and out of nowhere, a big light shows up over major cities, kind of like Independence Day. No, exactly like Independence Day. President Trump would have to make an announcement. I don't know if you looked up at the sky lately, but there's a 10-mile wide craft right over right over my house. Don't panic. We're trying to make contact with these things. We don't know what they are. We don't know where they come from. We just know that they are and that we can see them. All of society would get in their cars and go to the stores and wipe them clean. All of them. Jewelry, banks, Walmart, Kmart, you name it. Every place would be. It's the end of days. It would be. We would forget all about our problems. COVID wouldn't even exist. Masks? Are you kidding me? Have you seen? We've got bigger fish to fry. Hold on. Russia's calling. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. China's on the other line. China? I got Russia on the other line. Hold on. Let me bring us all in. You guys both there? China? Russia? Okay. US here. Okay. China, listen to this. Russia just said they're going to join forces with us. Okay. That's why you're calling too. Let's put them all together and make one big ass bomb. No? What do you want to do? China has got a great idea. Hold on. What's that, Russia? China? Russia? Hello? They hung up on me. That's what would happen. And we would get together and we would try to freaking save the planet, save humanity. Let's do that now. Can we do that now? Let's put all our differences aside just for the weekend. Let's see how fun it is. Come on, Russia. Back off. Just let live. Let people live. Your country, your rules. Their country, their rules. Our country, our rules. So what? We've got one rule right now. To get rid of that, we need to survive. Can you imagine? After 9/11 happened, for 1 year, give or take, people were nicer. There wasn't a lot of road rage that I saw. Crime was down. It was an interesting time. I couldn't believe it. Everybody was kind of somber. You know, everybody almost knew somebody that knew somebody, you know, that was in it, saw it, was around it, cleaned it up. It was just, And then the World Series, and me living in Arizona and from New York, watched the Yankees play the Diamondbacks in one of the most thrilling World Series for the ages. It was an unbelievable World Series. Diamondbacks won, but took 7 games and a bloop single by Gonzalez to bring in the loaded bases off one of the best closers in the game. Yeah. Anyway, we can do that. We could become, I don't know if we could ever become a one world order like we keep seeing here and there. But if we ever did have to fight aliens, I don't know how we would survive, because I would think they would have the upper hand on every single thing. We would be like roaches to them, I would imagine. You know, sad. Yeah. So why don't they do it now? Why don't the aliens, if they're here to take us, just do it? Well, maybe they're fattening us up. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if we've ever had 8 billion people on the planet at once. Have we? I don't think we have.
Well, I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us.
Right.
But I think that between us, we can bring about that realization. In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war? I think maybe I'd answer it this way. I keep, in my frustration sometimes, actually, if you count some of the things going on in smaller countries and all, there have been about 114 wars since World War II. But I've often wondered, what if all of us in the world discovered that we were threatened by a power from outer space, from another planet? Wouldn't we all of a sudden find that we didn't have any differences between us at all? We were all human beings, citizens of the world, and wouldn't we come together to fight that particular threat? I
bet you never heard him say it that way before. Pretty cool. Glenn Collins in the chat, thank you for this. It will all be fake holograms everywhere, but there will be casualties, but no real aliens, just good pilots in the Army, Navy. That the final take on this. I'm sorry, that's the final take on this. I'm sorry, people. You know what, Glenn? Your comment is widely accepted here because that is the same belief most of us have, that it will be some sort of hologram technology and people will die and we're going to blame it on aliens. Yeah. It's going to be like that. And they're going to make it look really, really good. What I am waiting to see, if that ever happens, Glenn and everybody else, when and if this happens, people will be recording it. Are we going to find glitches in that hologram? Will there be a little bit of, how, may go blurry or like a power surplus or something where everything goes, Technology made by man will fail because of man. That is a fact, Jack. We don't build things to last. I hope China's building these hologram technologies, whatever they're called, projectors. And I don't know, But when you're building this technology, I don't understand. Like, if you don't, okay, so let's just talk about the way holograms work now. I'm talking projection hologram. Don't you have to have a couple of different mirrors for it to make the 3D, the 360 degree, right? So if you're going to shoot this in the sky, you don't have to have something up there for it to project off, like throw the beams off. I guess that's what Project Bluebeam was. No? A foggy background? And 3 cameras. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, but we have some sort of technology that it wouldn't work. It's going to break down. All right, let's get back to work here. I love Reagan on that. He didn't do a bad job. So here's some actual UFO incidents. Jets ordered to hunt down flying saucers on July 28th. I don't know what year that is. Well, in 52, in the wake of an epidemic of UFO sightings, both in the USA and other nations, including several craft overflying DC, the U.S. Air Force issued orders to shoot down any UFO encountered if it was ordered to land, but failed to do so. Fighter pilots went on the hunt for flying saucers with disastrous results. There was a rash of crashes, with perhaps up to 10 fighters lost in one incident over the Atlantic Ocean. In June and July of 52, 94 fighter jets were lost worldwide, with 51 crewmen confirmed killed. Planes were falling to the ground, 2 and 3 at a time in some cases. According to the New York Times, 192 aircraft vanished or crashed during the years 51 and 56. These crashes ceased when the shoot-down orders were rescinded. Pilots were told to simply report any UFO incident initially to their respective commanders of or airline, but ultimately such reports only went straight to Washington. Some have speculated this was a short-lived war with UFOs. Wow. Now, I think if there was a short-lived war with aliens or with whatever, UFOs, that would have come over the land as well. And so I don't think it was war. Now, Jeremy Corbell a month ago made a statement that our Navy, were shooting at UFOs, the Tic Tacs, for instance. A lot. Do we have any reports of any jets going down during the Russell event? Would there be any reports that year? Because if they were seeing them every day, basically almost every day, Ryan Graves said, we've seen him almost every day. He didn't see him every day, but somebody somewhere in his platoon, whatever you call it, they saw UFOs almost every day for 2 years. Did anybody get shot down? Did anybody shoot at them? Because I think if you attack the UFOs, they will attack back. Which is why Fravor didn't lose his life or get shot down, because he didn't shoot at it. You know why? Because he had no ammo, because he was on a training mission. Well, so he says. But he was ogling it. Remember what he said? I was going this way and it was doing this. It was parallaxing me. And then boom, then it went to my checkpoint 65 miles away. How did it know I was going there? How did it know I was going to go fly over to my checkpoint, whatever they called it? The whole thing sounds like a made-up story. I'm sure it happened, though, because there's so much video. It's everywhere. It's all over. I have still yet to see a Tic Tac. Back to the story, other more real-life incidents appear to indicate an alien aspect. It has been noticed that every time a space launch is announced with some innocuous payload, such as parts for the space station or a communications satellite, the launch seems to go off without a hitch. Yet, when there is a secret launch, usually only described as military in nature, these often explode or get lost. This has prompted some conspiracy-minded researchers to suspect that the Earth nations are being prevented for placing weapons in space or detecting ET. The Russian Phobos 2 was due to closely scan Mars and even land instruments on Mars's peculiar moonlet Phobos, the probe's namesake. But in January of '89, as the craft aligned with Phobos, all contact was lost. Alexander Dunayev, chairman of the Russian Space Agency in charge of the Phobos 2, announced that the doomed probe had sent back last photos with images of a small, odd-shaped object between itself and Mars, just before losing contact with Earth. There was speculation this object may have caused the craft's loss. By the way, the craft looked like a Muamua. Shh! This loss was repeated in '93 when contact with the U.S. Mars observer was suddenly broken. It too was lost just as it entered Mars's atmosphere. Military-trained psychics, known as remote viewers, claimed the Mars observer was disrupted by a small object, which they said lifted off the Martian surface and approached the craft. If this wasn't strange enough, later in '93, a Titan IV rocket exploded at a height of 100,000 feet. While the official explanation blamed the loss on a repaired rocket motor segment, Air Force Colonel Frank Sterling, the Titan IV program manager, stated, an Air Force video on the launch showed an unidentified object apparently striking the Titan IV just before the explosion. It's a bird! It's a bird! I knew it! I didn't even have to look. It's a bird. It's a bird. Oh, no. Let's watch this. More secretly, in September 26th, the private company SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket being tested at Cape Canaveral in Florida exploded, setting back private attempts to go into space. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk said the rocket's explosion was the most difficult and complex failure we have ever had in 14 years, and added his team was not ruling out the possibility of an unidentified flying object striking the Falcon 9. Let's take a look at this bullshittery. I remember this when it came out, and I told everybody it's a bird, and it is a bird. Mick West, where are you? I'm embarrassed to be in this field right now. Yeah. Did that look like it touched it? Look, not even close. Ooh. That did nothing to this. It exploded because of the mechanical failure, trust me. What? What's hitting it? Is there anything here hitting it? Anything? Forget this dot. Let's look at other dots. Hold on, let me see if this works. Your sister's got rumple. Look, nothing. There's nothing hitting it. That did not hit it. Can you believe they're trying to say that this is the thing that hit it? It must have shot a laser beam at it, Rich. Shut up. Don't bring that up. But it looks like it. Look, they're showing us that this bird is the reason it exploded. Oh, I want to go under a rock. I'm so embarrassed. I am. I'm embarrassed. The battle cries of Lou Elizondo are outside in the streets right now. 4th of July rockets spouting off in the sky, making thunderous claps, scaring the citizens of the elderly into their homes, back into their motorized beds. Anyway, I don't like this. I don't like it. See, Jim Mars did that, though. He's weird that way. It's like he would believe in stuff that you shouldn't believe in, and then he wouldn't believe in the stuff you should. It was very confusing, man. I think he was just doing that just to see how people reacted. I don't know. Was it a mistake to broadcast Earth's coordinate in the Voyagers? No. Nobody's going to find these things. Nobody cares. Here, let's listen. No, I can't play that. That is not going to happen. Sorry. No, I accidentally hit it. Johnny B. Good is on the Sounds of Earth. Yeah, that's smart. It's a cool song, though. I liked it when it was in Back to the Future. That was so much fun. Stephen Hawking, the director of research at Cambridge University Center of Theoretical Cosmology, have expressed apprehension about the fact that Voyager might draw the wrong crowd to our world. In recent interviews, Hawking, while claiming that intelligent life forms almost certainly exists, nevertheless warns that communicating with them might prove risky. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life may develop into something we wouldn't want to meet, warned Hawking. I imagine they might exist in massive ships, having used up all their resources from their home planet. Such advanced aliens would perhaps become nomads looking to conquer and colonize whatever planets they can reach. He said a visit by ET might well be like comparing Christopher Columbus arriving in Americas, which didn't turn out very well for the Native Americans. His admonition echoed the words of L. Ron Hubbard in an interview describing Battlefield Earth. You see, we have prepared for war with virtually everyone on this planet, but we've never prepared for war with aliens, he told an interviewer in 1983. Hubbard said, just as readers in the 19th century were often fearful of what the machines of the Industrial Revolution might bring to humankind, so today we should be wary of our exploding technology. Oh my goodness gracious, Ariel. School kids? Technology? Bad. You know? Hey, Lantonio, $10. I'll rewatch in post. I went out to dinner with my dad for pizza, and I just got done only now. But here's a super chat for my support. Thank you, Lantonio. Lantonio, oh, where has he gone? He's out having his pizza with his dad. And no mom. I didn't hear of a mom. Thanks. I appreciate the super chat. I'm glad you're out hanging out. And we'll be seeing you Monday morning at 10 a.m. on Occam's Razor. That's right, the new show. Thank you, Lantonio, a continuing supporter of GUFON as well. That's right. We have a morning show now. It is official. It is called Occam's Razor. And what I talk about is everything else but UFOs. So if you want to come hang out and talk about real world stuff, not this paranormal stuff, you know why I do that show? You want to know why? Because I have to. Anyway, this is it. You know, we think of nothing of going into an area and taking out minerals at the expense of plant life and animal life. So what would it be like if an advanced race of aliens viewed the entire planet of Earth in the same way? Now, the prospect of something like this actually happening has always been laughed off as fiction, but so is everything else. So is everything else as science fiction writers took up: television, the atomic bomb, space travel, you name it. An analogy might be if someone had tried to warn the American Indians that this white race would come in with sticks that blew fire that could wipe out the great buffalo herds, the Indians would have laughed at them. Am I saying an alien invasion is possible? I'm saying that the reader should decide. I just wrote the story. Regardless, it is the story of how mankind could survive and why. L. Ron Hubby. Jim Marrs is an award-winning journalist and author. After graduating from the University of North Texas with a degree in journalism, Marrs worked for and owned several Texas newspapers before becoming an independent journalist, author. Marrs is the author of the New York Times bestseller, Crossfire, The Plot That Killed Kennedy, the basis for the Oliver Stone film JFK, and Rule by Secrecy. His in-depth overview of the UFO phenomenon, Alien Agenda, is the best-selling nonfiction book on UFOs in the world, having been translated into several foreign languages. He is a frequent guest on several nationwide radio talk show programs and television programs. You can find more about Jim on his website at jimmarrs.com. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2017, but the legend lives on. And this is just part one of an ongoing series with Jim Marrs and conspiracies. Next time, I'll get a little more in depth and a little more of Jim Marrs on video. Actually, something with Jim Marrs talking. I just wanted, you see, I kept forgetting to talk about anything Jim Marrs for Brett. Right? Was it? It was Brett? But I just kept forgetting. And today I remembered at the last minute. So with an hour to go before the show started, I found this link and I was looking for things to talk about. And that's what I came up with for tonight. And I have a new Twitter. It's GUFON Lives. I will put the link in the description. I opened it up again, and I got, I think, most of you. I followed most of you, 120 of you. So I think I got everybody. But if you want to subscribe to me on Twitter, it's free. It's just there so I could promote the show and talk to people and get news. Oh, look at this. A $5 Hellfire. Oh my God, I can't believe you did this. Pick yourself up a good old doobie. Oh, right. Where are you, Hellfire? You better be here right now, mister. Hold on, I gotta take care of my boy over here. My boy. Hold on. Where's Lantonio? What? Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, there you are, Hellfire. I found you. You are now a moderator. And let me get, who else? I got rid of some moderators and I started over, except for people who've been with me for a few years. Just, you know what happened the last couple of months. So I had to clean up some stuff. So if you're not a moderator, don't be mad. It's just I have to take care of me. And when you get a lot of moderators, I don't even want to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Hey, Red Storm 1, how you doing? Good to see you here. Unknown sender. Don't know you guys. I think I've seen you here before. Mr. Protractor, good to see you. CERN. We found the elusive God particle. It's just that pesky dark matter. Right. I'm going back in time here, looking at your comments. Interesting. Good stuff, man. You guys are unbelievable. I'm trying to look. Oh, right. You know what? That's going to be a good topic. Russian submarine observed UFO underwater. That didn't just happen. That's an older story, right? From what I remember. Hold on. I'm going back, seeing what you guys were talking about. Those of you who don't know, I never used to talk to the chat room because I can't. When you're a one-man show, you got to focus on what you're doing, and reading that and reading this and coming up with jokes, it gets hard. You forget stuff. That's why sometimes I'll be in mid-thought and I'll see something somebody said and I'll be like, what was I just saying? It's so much fun. All right. Pork chops and applesauce. Brady Bunch, that's Peter. I would love to have on my day show. We can't do it. You can't play game shows on a show unless you have a 3-second buzzer to answer, because people would type in answers and then they'll be like, I got it. Can't do it. People cheat. That's why I don't have those. We used to play UFO Jeopardy. And I used to get laughed at from other shows, especially Alejandro Rojas, that Open Minds piece of shit Fantasyland show. He was one of the people that laughed and said, that is, you can't take you seriously. Well, they had some downtime at one of the UFO conferences in Arizona, and he came up with the board and everything, called it UFO Jeopardy. The guy stole my idea and used it. I never let him live that down. That's what people did back then. Still do. All right. So Jim Mars, I know I didn't do a great job on it, but that's the article that was written by him, and some videos and things that went with it. I wish I could have I haven't done him justice yet, but we will. And I'm sorry for that. I admit that. I just started. I do want to go over something that has been bothering everybody about this Travis. Did we already talk about Travis Taylor? We did, right? All right. I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about Travis at the end. Maybe. I got a video I want to show you. This was on Jeremy Corbell's. On his Twitter, this sighting. Let me pull it up for you. He loves this sighting. This comes from Giussiani, Gusianey Cordova. Giussani Cordova. Giussani? Here it is. It's like a balloon. So I could already see the string, already saw it. He doesn't ever get close enough so you could see the string, but it's there. I saw it. I'll try to get it for you. I'm in the way. I can't see. No. It's there. I just wish you could see it for yourself. He's driving, it looks like. But this is your classic dot. And there is definitely, without a doubt, a string on this thing. Because there's a few frames in the beginning that you could easily see it. As a matter of fact, it seems to be rather windy, because at one point it looked like this thing is swinging a little bit back and forth and the string got like looped. Yeah, it's pretty easy to see if it's not on a live stream, I think. Here we go. Yeah. Show us that. Show us where you can't see it. That's a good boy. You're learning. Yeah, they should have you know what? We're going to do damn it. Goof on you. We should do another class tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll have another class tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it on how to fake a UFO. How to fake them. It's not that hard. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like promoting that. But that's Jeremy. Jeremy posted that on his Twitter feed and saying that is a bona fide UFO. String and all. Do you remember when they said, did journalist Keith Clore alter a Pentagon statement to change its context, along with omitting information supplied to him for his article on Travis Taylor? Why, yes. Yes, he did. This happened after I contacted Science Magazine for a quote on why they did it. Stay tuned. And that came from John Greenwald Jr. He is not too pleased, not too pleased. John Greenwald Jr. is not too pleased. John Greenwald Jr. is the man. I do not like that my whole screen is not being filled in. Why isn't it doing that anymore? It's really weird. Let me see if it does it here. Nope. It is so bizarre. Yeah, StreamYard must have done something else. Totally different. By the way, I know I have StreamYard for another 20 days where I don't have to pay again, but I may be going to OBS tomorrow. I may do some shows under OBS and some just so I can get used to it before I leave StreamYard. But it was working great. I had the show up in 4K for the test. My God. Too bad my camera isn't 4K. No, it is. It isn't. That's right. It isn't. I'm going to get a 4K camera. All right. Well, it looked great in 1080. I got to tell you. Better than what we see here. Actually, today it's Sunday and everything looks extremely clear today. More than usual. So somebody tried challenging John Greenwald, saying, so since when did Science Magazine become the home for hit piece journalism? I would suggest doing a better job, Greenwald, for vetting your writers and, more importantly, vetting what they write. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, some people just don't get it. All right, this is interesting. Oh, this is really cool. This here will blow your mind. It almost blew mine, but my head is so big I caught it. Look at this. U.S. Space Force, Space Delta 18 symbol is a pharaoh looking up at the North Star Polaris. Oh, that's from Jason Quitt? The reason I said Polaris is that they used the same star image on their Space Delta 7, clearly showing Polaris. Yeah, that's a good, very good, Jason. Yeah, he's right. That's a good. The meaning of this symbol. Well, platinum is the distinctive color of Space Operations Command. This represents the strength of SPOCs, uninformed and civilian guardians, the rarity of its calling, and the nobility of its mission. The design incorporates elements that both recall the organization's NASIC heritage while simultaneously looking towards the future that spurred its formation. You can't take me down, Lou. I'm protected by a special gravity field. The majestic Sphinx an ancient symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and the challenges that NSIC analysts will solve, is invoked out of pride in an organization that traces its roots back to the earliest days of aerospace intelligence. It sits omnipresent over the world. See? Whoa. That was a mistake. Just as the domain, the analysts of NSIC will monitor and help to protect and defend, and gazes upwards, drawing the viewer's eye from the past into the future and the blackness of space. Space. In that blackness, a northern star is prominently displayed. Its 8 points of the star symbolizes the point of a compass, displaying how NSIC intelligence professionals will analyze and assess to guide the United States acquisitions policymakers and warfighter communities through this new frontier. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Space Force. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Space Force. Dun, 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 dun. Space Force. Dun, 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 dun. Pentagon UFO study led by researcher who believes in the supernatural. Who is it? Travis Walton? Travis Taylor. What's up, UK? How you guys doing down there, huh? How is everybody in the UK? How you guys doing up in the balcony? Hey, I can't believe there were still seats available for you. Wow. Hey, you got it's. Hey, be glad you're not down here where the band is. Right? What's that? Yeah, they're high. If they were up there, they would feel godlike. Yeah, all you guys are high down there. I see you. 420. I smell it too. Nah, what's up, man? Pentagon UFO study led by researcher. He believes it's all supernatural. He does. This is very painful. Very, very painful. Why? Well, it doesn't. It's not. I'm just joking. I don't know, man. Taylor has 5 advanced science degrees, including... Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. No. I already did. Yeah. That was yesterday. Well, when I was on Beyond the Tinfoil Hat with Ryan Stacy the other day, we were talking about why do we need an astrophysicist, a scientist, a PhD in optical physics, a PhD in aerospace and engineering? Do we need this? Yes, but not until we get them evidence. How can they be studying anything at all without seeing or touching or feeling a real UFO? There was a discussion going on in Twitter where I said, and you've heard me say it, when it comes to UFOs, somebody must have heard me and they were tweeting, oh, people in this community think they're smarter than Travis in the UFO field because they've been in the field a long time. But Travis is smart. And I've seen this with many, many smart people. He's insecure. You may like the guy, he may be a nice guy, but I don't give a shit about nice guys, all right? I don't care. I care about what they're doing and how they're doing it. And I thought about this Travis guy, and you know what? I don't care. So what? He was the chief scientist at UAPTX. So what? Who cares? Right? Who gives a shit? He didn't tell anybody because he had an NDA. He can't talk about it, but he was allowed to go work elsewhere. So why would I care about that? I really don't. And I retract all the stuff I said about how it shows there's less integrity because of that. It actually shows a little more integrity. What I don't like is, and what I should have said, is that he should have just come out. He should have gotten permission. Like, if he's going to go work for a place that talks about UFOs and the phenomena, wouldn't it be wise to tell people that he has some knowledge about some things? And maybe he knows some things that they don't know because he is in the UAPTF. But all he was dubbed the chief scientist. He didn't run it. So what? He could have been the only scientist they had, which makes him the chief scientist. Who cares? I don't think that's a bad thing. I take it back. What I think I should have said is, get permission to talk about certain things with certain people. Have them signed an NDA too. That's all. This way he could share it with coworkers and his new boss, Brandon Ziegfugel. Richard, I like the way you told my name right there. Sounded sexy. Thanks, Fugel. Ziegfugel. Zieg G. Zieg G? That's what I am? No, I'm not a Zieg G. Oh, Zieg GUFON. No, there's no Zieg in front of my name. Zieg GUFON. No Z. I cannot say it without the Z. Then don't say it at all. Oh, let me try one more time. Brandon, you can't say my name without saying Zieg. Zieg GUFON. I can't do it. I can't do it either. I should never talk like a German guy ever again with the German accent. I can't do it. I can't. You know what we need right now? A little bit of love. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Coral knows what time it is. Coral, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, please. Please, I wasn't mad before. I wasn't mad. It's okay. Ah, yeah, Greg Brown, everybody, the Crop Circle song on the UK Saturday. What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? Shh. What do they mean? What are they, everybody? Are they harbingers of world change? Yeah. These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the field, secrets in the field. What are they? Why are they? Do they mean? What are they? Harbingers of world change. These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? Ow. These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? They need to have a little delay on that camera so I can get set up. All right. What else we got going on over here? We got our adrenaline up and going. Everybody's happy, ready to go to to a fireworks event this year? Huh? What you guys doing for 4th? That's on a Monday, yo. Monday. Everybody's off, right? Everybody's off. Anything I play here on video will definitely, and the article will be in the links after the show, will be in the description after the show. The amount of people who think that they are smarter than Dr. Travis Taylor blows my mind, says the UFO Rabbit Hole podcast. The bias against the so-called supernatural is so strong that people are willing to believe that they know more about science than a man with 5 advanced degrees. That was where I got that conversation from. It's not that we're smarter. Does that mean we're stupid if we don't believe what he tells us? See, this is what I don't understand. It's okay for some people to say things if they say it the way that's non-offensive. That's offensive. I could take that to be offensive towards me. It's not that we think we're smarter. We just think we're smarter in ufology than Travis Taylor. I've seen that guy make mistake after mistake. And we've seen it. Excuse me. And we've seen it. We've seen it. And now it's come out that the lights on the mountain that they said they were seeing at the Skinwalker Ranch was debunked. And I'm looking for it because I got the article on it that they debunked the lights on the mountain that Skinwalker Ranch kept saying on their show was something they couldn't explain. Where were these lights coming from? They couldn't figure it out. Hold on, I'm looking for the article. I still have the old account up. No, that's not the old one. Damn it. Does anybody have that? Shit. I can't believe this. Man, it might be on my feed. Let me see. I'm going to find this. Oh. I like that I have a new Twitter account because now I have only the people that I want to follow. Oh, wow. What's that? Oh, this is cool. From Area 503. Let me pull this up in a minute. I like this one. Oh, man, I'm really getting... I'm a little bit upset that I can't find it. Anjali. I need to follow Anjali. Did I? Yep. I followed Anjali because anything that comes out of that camp, I need to know about. Anything new. And if you haven't realized, I haven't been talking about her. There's no reason to. Lou Elizondo speaking in Roswell about how the UAP phenomenon and human development as a species are intertwined. He said humanity today must mold a familiar, safe, protective shell in favor of growth, maturity, and development. That's a lot of words that said nothing. Lou gives a shit. So here's somebody picking on, and I know who this is, picking on Manny, Area 503. Nah, says this person. I'm not promoting who they are. Anyone can be an internet thug. He is already forgotten. Lou has already forgotten Area 503's documentary, Who's Lou? You never forget that. That's the difference between losers and winners. I'm confused. There's weird writing going on there. Ah, brother, I can't believe I can't find this. I'm a little bit saddened right now. Wow. Wow. One viewer. That's great. What a difference. What a difference. Singularity. I can't find it. I'm so mad. I don't understand. Huh? Hold on. Something just happened to me. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. All right, guys. I don't know. I can't find that. It was really an interesting thing. I don't want to say what happened. That's all. Don't want to say. Nothing. Actually, nothing happened. I clicked on something and I thought something bad happened, but it was an old link. Yeah. It was an old thing that I clicked on. Okay. UFO detective. Pictures. Okay. These ask the catcher to zoom in the video editing software. Oh my God. I can't. I just saw a, wow. I'm just going through my Twitter feed because it's a lot more detailed this way with the new one. Much better. Just looking at stuff. I'm sorry. All right. It is UFO World Day today. Jim Morrison's with the aliens. Yeah. I really wish I found that. Hold on. Maybe I do have it here. Amazing footage shows disoriented UFO shot down over tiny Scottish village. Oh, wow. I forgot about this. Let me show you this. I have no idea. This is weird, actually. I don't know if it's fireworks. I don't know what it is I'm looking at yet. Let's take a look.
OrCam Read for people with reading difficulties. For some people, reading can be a challenge. With OrCam Read, just point and click.
The works of Isaac Newton.
Read for school. Read a recipe.
Peel and finely chop the onion.
Read a magazine. Read anything you want. OrCam Read makes reading simple. Available now at orcam.com.
I don't have ads on my channel because I have the premium, you know. Here we go. I don't understand why or what this is, to be honest. This is something in the sky, obviously. And I think this is some sort of, it could be a remote control plane with, you know what? That's what it is. I bet you it's a remote control plane with a motherless. Let me try it again. This is weird. It's not exactly what I was just looking at. I'm really confused here. Here's some stills. September 1st, the clip is now racked up 29,000 views. Video shows to appear 7 orange globes that are shedding and molting as they fly around and above the countryside. You know, it's a remote control airplane with flare on the back of it or something. That's all. That's all it is. Really, it's nothing, to be honest. Hey, if it looks like a duck, acts like a duck, it's a freaking duck.
Or can read for
shut
people
off.
with reading difficulties. For some people,
Yeah, good for you. I'm not opening that up again. But, you know, here we go. People supporting awful looking videos. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Oh, I thought that was somebody I knew and haven't. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. Ha ha. All right, I'm in the right area. Hold on, UAP. No, that's not it. Motherless. No, I'm going to find it. Nope, I know exactly where it is. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Magical? It was magical? Our Lady of Beasts met Lou Elizondo and called it magical. Magical! By the way, Lou Elizondo wears skinny jeans. Oh my God. Hey, I think you have to have a very skinny figure to pull off skinny jeans, kids. He's wearing skinny jeans. Those are gripping his calves. You cannot wear skinny jeans as a 55 or 50-year-old man that has a torso that he's the opposite of a weeble wobble. Big on the top, little on the bottom. My goodness, she called it magical. Love those skinny jeans. 50-year-old guy wearing skinny jeans who's plump and robust. Not a good look. I can't wear skinny jeans. They don't make them for my legs. I've actually got legs. Sorry, but not sorry. Andrew Dice Clay. Hickory dickory dock. This is really interesting. It is time to go, and we still have more to do. I don't know what to do. What is this? From skeptics to scientists debunking UFO hoaxes. I'm not going anywhere, kids. We're still going. We're still live if you want to hang out. Oh, what's this? Thank you, Coral. Brett S. with the $10 super chat says, Richie sent you an email with a link to a good lecture by Jim Mars the chat might enjoy, since most have not heard from him. So many of his videos got taken away. That's why. Because I remember tons and tons of interviews he did. And I think he was on Art Bell a few times. And I was looking for that and had a hard time looking for the one I wanted. Thank you. I'm going to check that out right now, Brett. Here it is. Oh, somebody bought me a coffee. Shell Shock sent $5. Says, thank you for opening eyes to all the BS in ufology. You are welcome. Shell Shock. Thank you very much. Who bought me a coffee? Somebody. It doesn't say. It just says someone. That's weird. It doesn't say who. Someone is anonymous. Thank you very much. I know who it probably was. Shh. Shh. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Yeah. I saw this one too. This is long. I have to listen to it first. Let's do this. I'm going to save it for the next show. It's 2 hours. I want to pick the best parts and look through it. That's why. I don't want to do injustice again to Jim Mars. Oh, I already had the video up and ready. Ah, that's unbelievable to me. Thank you, Brett S., continuing supporter of GUFON. That's so funny. We were thinking alike. Not that that would have been hard because there's only so much to go around. All right, that'll be tomorrow's show, Sunday show. We'll continue with Jim Mars stuff. From skeptics to scientists, this is a 3-minute video. I'll show half, and then we'll see where we go.
Anything in the sky that you just can't explain, a shape or
I just like listening to real people like these people. This is called KENS 5 San Antonio news source
site that you can't quite identify.
Well, it's happened often across South Texas, including one sighting in Eagle Pass.
Oh my God, do you hear her voice? It sounds like a bad actress. I'm sorry. It just caught me, and I'm like, it sounds like I'm watching a Saturday Night Live sketch the way she sounds. And we've got I can't even do it. It's a woman's voice she is going to have a raspy ass voice in 10 years. I mean, raspy. I bet you she's a smoker. And listen.
Well, it's happened often across South Texas, including one sighting in Eagle Pass. There's a group
including with one sighting at Eagle Pass.
right here in San Antonio, turning skeptics into part-time scientists, working to debunk the unexplained.
Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Wright.
Look at the way she acts. Oh, I can't stand mainstream media. Look at the roboticisms. Roboticism.
Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Wright takes us into
she's right here. Just talk to her.
Their world.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought she was Aaron. Watch the way this robot talks.
San Antonio, turning skeptics into part-time scientists,
they
working
both are.
to debunk the unexplained.
Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Wright takes us into their
I know. What are they supposed to do? Sing and dance? No.
World.
Travelers from beyond hovering over South Texas. Intelligent life trying to make first contact. Or party balloons stuck in the sky. Here at a San Antonio Luby's, a group of believers works to separate fact from fiction. If all this sounds far-fetched, you're not alone. MUFON investigator Ken Jordan was a skeptic.
There are certain things that I have been involved with or seen that is enough evidence for me to realize that there is something else out there.
There's a strange object moving low and slow across the sky.
Mutual UFO Network was founded in the 60s with a mission of training civilians to investigate sightings. These days, they're aided by an online database to share info and tech tools to debunk supposed sightings.
If you take 10,000 UFO sightings, probably 95% of them are identifiable.
98.5%.
They're not UFOs.
So that means
just think about your body temperature. 98.6 is normal. That's how many of the UFO sightings go away, debunked. Oh, okay. Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. What's up, man? You gave me a shout out in your podcast yesterday with Jim Goodall. Jim Goodall's great, man. Yeah, I've talked to Jim several times now, and because of Third Phase, of course, but oh, that's awesome. We talked about that news article with the rocket body hitting the moon. Yeah, and it created two strange indents in the moon. Talked about it yesterday, and I was going to still bring it up today a little bit. They don't understand why there's two equally sized craters in the moon. There should only be one, because the engine is on one side and then the other side's basically an empty shell of fuel, right? So if this thing was that and it crashed into the moon, why did it leave two imprints? What could it be? And apparently they were tracking it since 2015. Let me pull that up real quick. I've got that right here somewhere. Oh no, I think I just let it go. Because I talked about it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting what happened there. You know, if they don't know, like they were tracking that object. Oh, wow, these are nice shirts. Check this out. I want to get these. Hold on. I want to show you guys these shirts I want to get. They're popping up on the screen. See, that's how they get you. I like this, the black one right there. This one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, I want that. 60% off. I wonder how much. That's it. Oh, look at all the color. Oh, wow. These are great. Look at these. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, I don't understand what they're saying, why they don't know what it is. You know what I mean? How do they not know? Here's the other colors and stuff. Pretty nice. These shorts are actually pretty cool. This one's okay. I want this in black. And then what? Oh, wow, look at these colors. Oh, that's a good color. Yeah, red. Yeah, that's nice. And then you get the shorts. Wow, those are cool. Yeah, well, I got enough clothes. I think I'm okay for a while. So being that this object hits the moon, why can't it do this? Why couldn't it just be maybe the object hit and it bounced and then it came back down and it hit again? Why can't it be that? Is the object still in the area? That's one thing I don't remember them showing me. They just showed the impact craters, but there was no garbage, no trace evidence of the object, right? Not what you said. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not getting involved in these. Who timed you out? Oh, no. Only time people out if they say something offensive. Do not time people out by accident. That shouldn't be happening. Okay. Who timed her out? I want to know. I'll find out. Look, if you don't like what somebody says and it's not offensive, that's your opinion. We're not an opinion channel. We're facts. So if somebody didn't say something offensive, don't time them out. If you don't like what they said, don't time them out. Only if they're saying something like, why don't you die? Your mother's a whore, or Rich is an asshole. This channel sucks. Or if they say that about you and somebody sees it. I don't want people being timed out or banned just because you don't like what they said. It's got to have something in there that's meaningful to be timed out. And that's why you see mods come and go, because I don't know everything that's going on. But when people keep emailing me about certain people, timing them out for no reason, and then I go back and I see that person shouldn't have been timed out, well, I just can't trust you as a moderator anymore. So mods, please be careful when you're timing people out, that it's really for a legitimate reason. Hateful comments, things against the channel, myself, or you, or somebody else. That's it. If somebody says Greer is an asshole, that's okay. If somebody said Rich is wrong, that's okay. But if they said Rich, go die, or Rich is a jerk, time him out. Actually, not even that is a timeout offense, in my opinion. You're allowed to call me a jerk. Do you see where I'm going? It's nobody's fault. I never discussed this with every single moderator. Not everybody's going to do a perfect job. But let me tell you something. For the most part, 99.8% of the time, we've got the best moderators, the best chat room that I've seen in ufology. So, with all due respect to the people who may have accidentally got timed out, let me tell you something. It's not the easiest job in the world to make these decisions either. So as I say that, make sure you say stuff that isn't offensible. You know it is when you're writing it. So if you're thinking it, don't say it. Don't write it down. I'm not saying that happened. I'm just giving advice right now. That's it. That's all. I don't know what happened. I'll look into it. And yes, I spent 3 minutes talking about that because there have been several people who left the channel for now because they were getting timed out for no reason. And I'm like, bullshit. And I went and looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, they got timed out for no reason. So make sure, guys, make sure it's a valid reason. No, I didn't. Haters gonna hate moderators too. Anyway, I said my piece on that. For the most part, they do the best job they can do. Accidents will happen. And maybe sometimes people accidentally say something they didn't know was offensive. So we got to take that into effect. Is this person repeating? Is this person constantly saying something? Are they riding the edge? Yeah, you could always just shoot out a message to them and said, kind of watch what you're saying. I don't want to time you out unless I have to. So then if they come back and say something snide, you got to time them out after that. But be careful. And I'm going to make an announcement every now and then. If you think you've been banned or wrongfully timed out, think about it. And if you are really pissed, let me know. I'm open to talk to anybody, but it doesn't mean I'm going to unblock you or stop my moderators from doing a good job, because I support them in everything they do. And if it's an accident, it's an accident. That's it. There's nothing else I can say. But we'll find out. So that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out on GUFON. Geez, hate to end it on that kind of a sour note, but it is the 4th of July weekend, and I beg that you people be safe out there. And because anything can happen when you're lighting these fireworks off, if you're allowed to in your state. I've got about 1,500 pieces of fireworks that I've been collecting over the years. I'll be throwing out a few this weekend. It should be fun. I want to thank everybody, moderators and super chatters. Thank you for another strong support. Thank you for Jesus, please. Thank you so much. Hey, look at this. Who's this guy? Moody Mongol. Oh, wait, before we go, I'm going to look something up. Thank you, Moody Mongol. Wants me to search something on YouTube real quick. It's a sighting. So let's end it with that. Let's change the vibe here. Strange lights. Strange lights in Japan. I think I've seen this. Sakura Jamiya. Volcano. Here it is. Oh, this is from, well, I don't know whose video this is. Oh, yeah, I've played this before. Let me pull it over and just show you guys real quick. We'll fair use it. Even though this is just, it's from the UFO Inspection Channel. And this is from April 26, 2011. This is interesting. Yeah, I've always liked this one. But it's power lines. Or you'll see. That's all. This has been debunked. I remember this. Because it's raining and the fog, and there's just, but I don't know either. I could be wrong. Like right here. Then what happens is the most amazing thing ever. It starts shooting all over, right? But I think it's the actual, what do you call it? Power lines that are traveling, but I'm not sure. I just want to get to the good part. This is by the volcano. UFOs and volcanoes go hand in hand, it seems like. I thought this was a different one. Look at how bright that gets. I don't know what this is. I thought this was a different video. Yeah, I thought it was a different video. But it's that brightness right there. Yeah, I only played 10 seconds total, so we're good. That is pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. There's another one that's like this. And you see the lights doing what this thing is, but they start shooting on the ground in all directions. You guys remember that story? Yeah, something like a transformer exploding, unknown sender. Yeah, that's what I think this is. Thank you, Tim Freestone. Here's a buck for a punk. Have a good 4th. You too, my friend. Tim Freestone, thank you very much, bro. You have yourself a good, safe, and happy 4th of July. I appreciate this. Thank you. You're a continuing supporter of GUFON, for sure. Moody Mongol. And who was the other one today? Hellfire on PayPal. Thank you for your support. And Rebecca Wiles. Interesting, but I think that's a power transformer. But still interesting, Moody. We'll never know, unfortunately. Or do we know? That's an 11-year-old video. I think we know. Or do we? Thank you, newcomers and veterans, for giving this show a chance. Don't forget to check out our second channel called Occam's Razor, which is still under GUFON Lives till tomorrow. Officially Monday, but tomorrow I'm changing everything. And we're on at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't know if we're going to go every day because I have to get a part-time job, so we'll see. And other than that, have a safe and happy 4th, everyone. Don't do anything I would do. And you know what we are? We really are. Truthology for ufology. We try to do the best we can with what we have, and I think that says a lot. No, it doesn't. It says nothing. No? We're truthology. That's right. We are truthology for ufology. Pretty good. Yeah. All right. We are truthology for ufology. And here is the new outro for the show. Be safe, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Sunday night.
GUFON.